Test run. You know why it's a test run? Because I'm going to be looking through here the whole entire time and seeing if this thing works. I hope it does. The maps is going to reflect on a very kind of lovely trip. The Dallas trip, because it is going to be already 3 years in the making. We're still in lockdown. I've had a bunch of weird shit happen with those Portland flights that I'm trying to figure out. Pips won't open until August at the earliest, so it's going to take a while before I go back in traveling, but it's okay, I'll live. But we're gonna start the day. I'm gonna hurry this up because now I just got a sudden urge to go pee, so I'm gonna look at this trip, lose thoughts, and we're gonna play through this whole entire scene and see what we go through with it. Let's go. I didn't even have an intro. Like, I didn't have a specific thing because I think my thing was so sporadic. So this was the second day I was there. And I'm looking at, that was Union Tower where I'm at. Very nice. It's my first trip when I was in Texas too, so it worked out pretty good. Which is awesome because I've never been here. So far everything's going well, everyone's friendly, so I have no really complaints. I just hope it stays that way, right? I was such a big fan of Fast and Loud. So I have to go back to resorting to film again on my damn iPhone. But I am heading to the land of Get You Some of That and seeing how legit it really is. So thankfully the I feel like my audio is out of sync here. I do have to borrow my phone because that's where the J Balvin is playing. So it is so fucking windy on the ride going into this place. Look at me trying to show off there wearing a Nick Diaz shirt. About to fucking puke. It was disgusting. I was like a big fan. Fast and Loud, Aaron Kaufman and his big ass beard. It's 2 hours ahead here compared to California, so look at my hair. I don't know what the fuck they're supposed to be doing at school, nor do I care. Today is one of those quality quiet time days where I just get to just freaking do my exploring. Thank goodness. And freaking things, man. It's always weird when you're driving to a new people and they're driving things. God, city and or a state, because it's like they all have their own set of regulations and rules how to do things. The audio sucks. No quiero escuchar esta. No. Oh no. Hooting. Then you got. I feel like I'm back in San Jose. What is this? No. ¿Qué es esto? Oh my goodness. Yeah, if anything, I wasn't fully immersed in my Spanish yet either. After the CVS pharmacy. Thanks. So this is the drive going. Radio is always the best. I believe I tried to go to a Whole Foods first, and then I tried to head to Gas Monkey Garage. People are driving slow, so I see the fucking ghetto thing like they're talking about, which makes sense. Now I just have to find like the rest of it and hope I'm going the right way. Turn right on Merrill Road. And it's weird because when you think about it and you think it's going to be in an industrial area, in truth and reality, it wasn't. So I'm going to do one of those like unintentional. Turn right on Glenda Lane. Okay, I'm going to turn on Glenda. So here I am with my terrible angles and I'm just like lost and I'm just driving around. You want to look like you don't know where you're going. But it's definitely, there's the freeway. I see the freeway. It is located near a freeway. Just drive right by. What happens if he's fucking out here like doing donuts and shit? And I went like on a Friday. UFC event.
Stemmons Freeway, then take the first right. Turn right on Merrill Road.
There was this weird, like, there's a rumor that Richard Rawlings, does go out in front of his shop to meet up with fans who visit. There's more people that come on this side, though. That's a good thing. So I'm not, like, completely. So when I was looking at my, like, if you see my reaction to see it was, I'm just like, fuck. Because I'm just like, here, I'm just driving around because I'm just like, not really lost, but I'm just making sure. Well, that's okay. I'm just getting all my bearings right.
Arriving at 2330 Merrill Road on the left.
He's right fucking there. And I saw a glimpse of that fucking like salt and pepper hair. I'm just like, oh shit, it's actually happening. I just saw fucking Rawlings. And I was just like, oh shit, I can meet this fool. What the fuck? That's sick. I always love wearing those Prestos. And then all the fucking times for these stupid neighbors to ride their fucking shit. Do you think that freaking hesitation, just thinking that there's no one going to be on that street, pretty much cost me a meeting opportunity to meet Rawlings? Kind of fucked, man. Unfortunate, but I saw the man. I didn't get to say hi to him, but I saw him. I got to go to the gift shop. God damn it. Oh well. And then if you've seen this clip was actually from the next day, because I just needed so much filler. It was at a open farmer's market. But yeah, this was the weigh-ins at the time for it. This was supposed to be a good fight for its time. But they had like a Q&A beforehand. Miocic dos Santos 2. Yeah, it's everyone's favorite introvert is here again on weekly. No, it's the monthly trip. This is a new city I'm going and attending to this time around, which is pause. The Lone Star State. I hadn't like these earlier trips. You could definitely tell too. There's no shame. I'm in my brassiere in this one, and also if you watch like the EBI one too, that's also how many years? Oh, months ago. So 2 or 3 months ago, I finally had to use that Virgin America voucher that they screwed me on that one time when I did the. Anyway. The cruise favor 3 debacle. Thankfully it all went well, so I'm lucky that did. The airport's pretty accessible here, so I had no problem with that. I mean, yeah, people drive very fast here. Cruise favor debacle, that was such a... I drive really slow with the lines and the... That's a story in itself, to say the truth, too. That's a 2006 trip, but it's funny how shit happens where you end up with free vouchers. I had, like, this is the time, too, when I just put J Balvin on Spotify and just put it nonstop. And then, like, this song, Snapchat, came about, and it was on repeated read aloud. And Si tu Novio te deja sola. That was the first time I heard. It's on there. They're at 8:20. It's 10:20 over here. So I think I made good use for the time. I got in around noon, so I've been 10 hours here, and it's been going pretty smoothly so far. I've been staying around downtown. You know, I was stuck in American Airlines Center for so long today. So I saved money with parking. Thank God. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on, and it's very impactful. I like watching it was free conferences and all that. So I mean, it's gonna be a good one once it comes July, and good. Thankfully, it's in California, so I don't have to travel too far.
I got 2 bracelets on right now. Look at how many I used to wear.
Okay. Rose was very friendly though. I appreciate her, and I told her I fucking wished her all the best and all that. I don't know, Overeem, oh my god. I don't even know what to fucking say. The guy that I told him he was very tall, and then apparently he told me I'm very short, and he guessed my height was 4'11", and that there was nothing wrong with being short, which is, you know, okay, but I told him I'm 5 feet, and then he guessed my weight, of all things. I'm not 100 pounds, unfortunately. I don't know if I would want to be 100 pounds. That seems kind of scary. I told him I was muscular, and I think he kind of laughed. And he gave me like a shoulder rub, so I'm like, you better fucking feel it. I do have deltoids and shit. I don't fucking lift all those weights and do all those push-ups for nothing. You know, see? This is toned up, you know, on chocolate milk and shit. But,
that's all my exercise of choice back in the day. See, look at that.
But I finally got to meet, you know, Rose.
No chocolate milk, no.
She thought I was from Colorado and she wanted to hang out with me, so
that was a weird, awkward encounter.
Golden State. But yeah, it worked out. So tomorrow I'm planning on doing more touristy things before my flight leaves.
I'm not wearing that shirt. I put it in storage.
So originally I had it where I was leaving Dallas here at 9 in the morning. But I scooted down, so I leave at 3. So I will be back in time. You know, I land at SFO hopefully around 5, and then taking me in like another 45.
That was
to drive back to San Jose.
a good option for me.
In time for the prelims. That's my goal. And luckily, most of the car has been.
The flight coming back though was a story in itself again.
I wanted to see that fight too, and that was part of the reason I was just like so excited for this card, was just to go and, you know, check that out. So fortunately, it didn't work. You know, that one didn't work out, but the rest of the card remained the same. Your year's still on the card, you know.
Damn, I was a Cejudo fan.
He was like, here, okay, this is not 100 pounds worth of fucking muscle and mass. I mean, I just ate, so my gut's sticking out a little bit more. I'm not drinking soda and all that, but I don't eat as much as I do anymore, but same thing. No, sticking out, but yeah. As long as they look. I don't know how my back looks, but I would hope it looks legit and in shape. I don't know. Maybe I'll take a shower tomorrow morning. That. My back. Let me show you what I got cold. I always, like, I went to Whole Foods. That was my first stop. They didn't have the bag, you know, because I always try to collect bags from every place I visit. Luckily, Gas Monkey had one. So I just got that one. So I probably paid like $5 for it, but whatever. It's all good. I should tell my brother to pay for this thing. I got him a shirt because he wanted a shirt.
Good collector's item.
I think I'm taking the patch, though. The patch is going to go on my backpack.
I don't think he wears it anymore.
I like to have proof that I actually have gone places that other people haven't, you know, been around to. But yeah,
I don't know where I have that patch.
Yeah,
if it's still on my Marc Jacobs backpack or not.
Included in the back. I don't have to fucking hear shit like I did when we were in San Diego. I think I just have to start focusing on that more so I get a decent night's sleep and shit. But I have a busy day for tomorrow too. Let me take a look.
I'm thinking like this is like one of the first vlogs that I was actually so prepared for.
That's not it. That's the wrong one.
Look at my itinerary.
Blaze Donut Works, which was supposed to be a legit place, and they're open at night. Unfortunately, it's downtown, and all the people were all hanging out there, and I'm not able to find parking, so I said,
got the donut shop ready to go.
Hypnotic was another one that I was gonna go and try in the morning because
there was no parking there.
Pretty legit too. What else did I have? I wanted to do a brewery, but it's not gonna fit in my time schedule. Maybe the Fourth Ward Founders Plaza.
I think that's the one I did go to.
Really cool one for watching
brewery. Yeah, that didn't work out.
The museum art I was gonna try to do today, but you know, maybe it was a good thing.
I was in love with aviation at the time.
There were so many fucking people there. So that's a possibly maybe. I'm not gonna fucking force myself. I am definitely Reunion Tower. That is on my list. the farmer's market, and maybe the coffee shop. But you know me, it's always going to be the donut shop first and foremost. So Hypnotic, you're on the list. But most of the itinerary actually did work out.
I did farmer's market, Hypnotic,
to Love Field. I mean, it didn't go
and Union Tower
first, but it was Whole Foods. And then I just fucking was stalling. I was just like, I can't check in the hotel yet. So I drove around and I bought some like cookies because I was starving. And I bought probiotic, which is, I don't know why, the most randomest mix ever. So AA Center. So I went there.
I went to a Target before I
checked in the hotel. Then went to the Twin Peaks, whatever that
was like a long time sitting
to get to meet Rose and Alistair. Unfortunately, dinner was hard because this place apparently closes at 7. But I did tell the fam that I would bring them back something, so I will go.
I ordered ahead the next day and I brought it home on the airplane. Well, like, what's this Texas?
That's the goal.
What's this Texas stuff taste like? This is Reunion Tower. You can tell. It's just like,
Day 2. It's my last day or last morning.
Look at that that was a terrible transition because I had no filler.
Later flight out is San Jose, so normally I would be flying out right now if I did my original one, but kind of made sense to do some other things. So this time around it's gonna be completely not really UFC related. It's just being a fucking tourist. So that's what we're gonna do today.
This was the Dallas Fort Worth Founders Plaza, so you could watch all the airplanes land and you could hear the air traffic controllers just guiding them. It was pretty cool. A little bit loud, but it's alright. Like this Qantas flight, which took forever, and it looks much bigger when you see it in person. I like looking at all, like when I'm thinking of the Texas infrastructure, where their freeways, a lot of them were getting remodeled, so they do have a really good highway system. This is the first time too I was like, what's a speedway? What does this have to do? And it's just weird. You know, we don't have them in California. Of course, I saw them again. Went back to Houston, Austin, back in November. But I was just dilly-dallying the time like this whole last 3 hours. This was after I went to Union Tower.
More fuel. We got the gas that we were going to need, so that's a good thing. We're still waiting on 3 bags, though. More good news. We've got a whole lot of supervisors down there, so hopefully that's going to...
That delay was like an hour. And I got a bunch of free alcohol. But look at what airport I flew out of. Even though I told myself, don't do that. Flew out of SFO again because Virgin America only flew out of SFO at the time, so I had no choice but to do it. All I know, like here, and I got pretty good seats sitting on that flight going back home, even though I sat there for an hour, and it was quite. First of all, you had to wait for people. Like we had like 3 late passengers because their connecting flight didn't make it in time. I was sitting like 3rd row aisle C because if I needed to take a piss, it's easy access. So they separated a whole bunch of people. I just remember talking to this, like, I got kind of frustrated at one of these people, like the late birds, because they sat them in the middle, the woman, like it's a couple, a woman and her husband, and then like she's like she asked me if I could switch seats, and I was just like, fuck that. Not, I didn't say it to her, but I said no, because I was, if you know how Southwest was, when you have to go and you have to log in very fast to get a good spot, like, hey, I got a good position. Y'all show up late, you still get to sit in the middle seat in the 3rd row. Who are you to be fucking here asking me to sit with your husband? Or swap seats with your husband so he could sit up 3 rows? Said no. And then I just remember I got a lot of vodka cranberries too, because the woman was nice. She's just like, don't worry about it. Because I think because of the delay, they didn't want people getting antsy. But, and then there was some Chinese woman who kept getting pissed off because she didn't like the fact that her Coke had too much ice in it, and she was drinking it with some Jack Daniels. I mean, man, some people go in there. And then I know there was like an Indian woman with her baby that was like a newborn, like, so she was by herself taking care of it. Like, it was just one of those interesting flights. But I would be glad to say I did not take the Lot D employee shuttle. So I was able to get, it's around 3-4 hours coming back. So I just know I missed some fights watching it, but it's okay. This one was a short video because I was just all over the place with it. It wasn't really exactly the most organized yet, but I mean, I'll get there. And then if I ever do find the shirt, I'll show it. But it's funny when it's like, you don't, like, when you see someone nice and you have things to share with them, like Rose. Like, she was extremely friendly to me. Like, everything I said in the video, that happened. That Overeem situation was just so fucking awkward. But yeah, live to tell another day. I haven't been back to Dallas ever since then, but I enjoyed the Texan hospitality and all of that. So every time so far I've been to Tejas, it's been good. So I mean, I ain't got no complaints whatsoever about that. So, I mean, I'll definitely be back because I still got unfinished business in Houston. We'll just wait to see how it happens come quarantine time. But yeah, it is what it is with travel. But you can just tell, I just love that. I just like the ending song. I always do it to all my themes. Call me biased, but it's all good. So if it does resonate a feeling within you, go for it. It's just my personal thoughts too, but I do have to do, yeah, you're right. I'll do one for my EBI one too, but if there's any additional clips here that's so random and unseen, it'll be added. It's added onto it. Don't worry. I'm not going to put myself empty-handed, but this is one of those things where it's just like, it took me a while to finish because I certainly did not have enough footage and I probably didn't know what I was doing. But we live to learn and we learn to tell another tale. So yeah, good seeing things. But that's all I have to say about that. Have fun, live life, party, and leave the introverts alone if they don't want to get bothered. Bye. Dun, 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 dun. Do, 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 do. Bam. Test drive 333, not 666 and all that fun stuff. Let me just try to see if this angle works out. If I sit here, I think I'll be okay. Sit up straight. Oh, all right. Right there, right there, right there. Happy. This one's, this is the test with the light. Because let's see if we need extra light to see if it does make an appearance. We'll see. So that I have to sit right straight middle looking at the thing the whole entire time for it to be mid body up. Are you ready for an out-of-state adventure? Because I like to reflect on things that I haven't gone through in a while, and it works out just